at your age with your experience, I expect far better. And the bit that kills me more is Tyreek George, who was forced to play out of position, was creating more chances with the ball and off the ball than Gittins was, but Tyreek George got replaced. It's just criminal. That's just a crime. That is a crime against football. That's a crime against Chelsea Football Club. There we go, Chelsea guys. There we go, Chelsea fans, man. Guys, hey, what the heck was that, man? 3-1 winners in the end, man. Shout out to flipping Pedro Neto. Shout out to Garnacho. But what the heck was that? Bro, that game was actually just... Bro, that was diabolical, bruv. That was diabolical, bruv. Yeah, contextually speaking, I can only put it down to the fact that Maresca made 11 changes, which definitely risky, but at the same time, I suppose you got to do what you got to do. Like if you're travelling all the way to Cardiff from London, and then you've got to travel back down to London, right, before you travel up again to Tyneside, you kind of gotta balance out the travel. Do you know what I mean? It's Tuesday, you might travel back tonight, have a rest day tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Then you might train again Thursday, but then you've got to travel up, Thursday or Friday night, if you're going to miss another day of training Thursday, or Friday. So, yeah, I can't say I'm ecstatic with it, but feel like I understand the rotation, feel like I understand why Maresca needed to do what he did. But, boy, that game was stinky, man. What was that? Yeah, that was nasty, man. That was a nasty game of football, bro. That was not enjoyable to watch at all. That was just stress from minute flipping one, man. Only thing I can put it down to is obviously we're playing a Pep disciple. So when you're playing a Pep disciple, it gets like that, innit? Like you're gonna get these games where you're fighting for possession, yeah, from other teams. So shout out to Cardiff. They done their thing, man. League One team. You wouldn't have thought they played in League One, boy. The way they were playing, they gave a real good account of themselves. Sorry, I keep touching this mic. I'm really, really sorry, but it's just my head, man. My head is honestly spun from watching that game. Cause what was that? That game sucked. I'm sorry, bruv. Jorgensen can be proud of himself. He done well. Hato recovered well in the second half. Okay, because his first half was a little bit ropey. Yeah. Joshua Chempong done all right at right back. Got skinned maybe one or two times, but his youth. So that's going to happen. Badiashile, I thought, was relatively solid. He probably should have been in the box for their crossed goal, you know. But again, all game, it wasn't really on him. I can't really say Tosin really put a foot wrong. But again, I just don't like the way he plays football. I'll be honest with you personally. I just think he takes too much time on the ball. I think it slows everything down. And I know that Maresca wants to slow everything down. But there's a way that he does it. It's not the same as Cole will. Cole will put his foot on the ball and slow things down and immediately be looking like next. Tosin can do that. But I don't think that's his natural inclination, right? And when I watch Tosin play, it's like he slows down before he plays the ball. So he's almost communicating to the other players around him that he's relaxed at this moment in time, so you should relax too. And I just think that gives sort of impetus to attacking players to be like, oh, he's relaxing, let me go after him. So I'm not going to put no blame on him today. I can't necessarily say the goal was his fault because that's Gusto's man. And we know Gusto is horrific at tracking players, especially in a fullback position. My gosh, let alone in the centre-back position. So it is what it is. Yeah, I thought Josh did all right. Centre mid, Santos, I still think put the club on his back and Esteval's, right? But that wasn't, again, one of the best performances I've seen from him. I thought he done all right. But I just didn't, I thought he would be more of the one to be breaking up the play. And he wasn't really doing that. But, yeah, in terms of ball carrying, I thought he did quite well. But linking up the play was just a little bit dark, man. Caicedo, obviously, pretty standard, typical Caicedo performance. And also, this is why we said what we said about when Caicedo played against Arsenal. Right? That you will see Caicedo get a yellow card and then go on to play a 10 out of 10. This is what Caicedo does. I don't know, there's a first half move. there's a first half move for the Gue chance, yeah, where they fed it into him. I think my tablet's going off, but I'm just going to ignore it for now. They feed it into him, and he just drops his shoulder, loses the man, and fizzes the ball straight in behind for Gue, who probably needs to do a little bit better. The guy's just top, man. He's just a top player. So shout out to Caicedo, man. Yeah. Buonanotte, second half. Superb. Mwah. Lovely. Got the assist. And he was winning the ball consistently in the middle of the park. And I was actually a bit frustrated. Maresca took him off because I thought that actually then put us at a slight disadvantage because nobody else, bar Caicedo and Buonanotte, were winning the ball back in midfield. So yeah, not Hato as well, obviously second half as well was doing that job too. But between Buonanotte and Caicedo, they were doing all the ball winning. I already told you a lot about Gittins. I told you it from the Leverkusen game. I don't like the way Gittins plays football. I'll be honest. I don't like the way Gittins plays football. I've seen too many wingers come through this club to know that Gittins is not the kind of player that I think is ever going to make it at Chelsea. You ain't got the time. You're not an academy product. And even if he was an academy product, I'll be looking at you like, if this is what our academy is producing, we've got problems. Because Gittins cannot operate when he's not got space in behind. That is a crime. Because he also gets into positions where if he moves the ball quickly into the channel, he can have a one-on-one or be able to cut back and bring in his fullback. But what he does is he slows the ball down, obviously to set up his take on. But by the time he set up the take on, the second midfielder or the centre-back has drifted over to create a 2-on-1. And then he doesn't move the ball with quickness out of that space in order to try and get shot off or recycle the ball quick enough. And the amount of times he lost the ball today, if this was a basketball game, we'd be talking about his number of turnovers, is actually mild-mannered here. Is actually like near on heartbreaking. Genuinely. At your age, with your experience, I expect far better. And the bit that kills me more is Tyreek George, who was forced to play out of position, was creating more chances with the ball and off the ball than Gittins was, but Tyreek George got replaced. It's just criminal. That's just a crime. That is a crime against football. That's a crime against Chelsea Football Club. Bro, if you're gonna send George on loan, fine, but do not sell him. You send him on loan, you let him improve, you come back. Gittins, if you want to send him on loan with the option to buy, at this point, honestly, I don't even care. I don't even care. And that's not a diss, that's not a disrespect. That's saying he needs time to improve. He's not going to do it at Chelsea. You're not going to do it at Chelsea. The writing's already on the wall. Because I've been saying from time, right? And maybe people can create this excuse. It's the only way I'll allow this excuse in this argument. From the summer, I've been saying Garnacho was the signing I wasn't ecstatic about, right? But for the money we were going to get him for, with the experience he has, I knew categorically it was the signing that we needed to make. And then once we signed him, I thought, you know what? No, I like this one. And I've been saying again and again and again, Garnacho is the priority signing. He is the priority player. He is the better player, smarter player. It's just not a question. Then, of course, you got Gue. Gue was, I think, poor tonight. I think he showed that he was 19 years old, which is a bit disappointing. I also think, again, this Maresca system does not set up so strikers win. It's all about your wingers. If I'm wrong, correct me on who scored today. Neto and Garnacho. And correct me who scored at the weekend. It's not our strikers. I think actually João Pedro got one. Right? So, Cole Palmer and who was the other one that scored? I think Cole Palmer and Gusto even. No, so I'm not even wrong. It's Cole Palmer and Malo Gusto. So it's not our strikers. I've been saying this. Our strikers are not set up to win in this system. They're cooked. As a striker, your job in this Maresca Chelsea system is to run, and run again. If you're not a Jamie Vardy type, yeah, as in you're not super clinical and you're not willing to run in behind on chances, you're not getting any chances. Especially against these low blocks. You're not getting a chance. So yeah, disappointing from Gil. Disappointing from Gittins. But Buonanotte, I thought done really well in the second half. Garnacho, I'm not even going to discuss him. I told you with the numbers. It is what it is. Pedro Neto, another better performance today. I felt like actually there was a moment after he came on where he chased one ball down, recovered into position, and then the ball went past him and he was walking, and I thought, it's the one thing I don't like that because you've just come on. However, he got his goal. And actually what I do like about today was once Maresca strengthened the team, he didn't stop strengthening. Right? Another manager might have brought on, like, started the game with a couple of kids, whatever, and brought on more kids. I respect the fact that he was like, nah, we're winning the game now at 2-1. Strengthen it more. Bring Chalobah on. You get me? Gusto on, before their goal. Yeah? Bring more on. Neto on. More firepower. Yeah. That's how you got to do it. Garnacho, yeah, more firepower. I'm a fire starter. Do you get it? So, yeah, man, listen. Tough, rough game, but we'll just take that one and keep it pushing, keep it moving, because that was just a necessary win. We're into the semi-finals, and that is a big game now. Now I think this is where you're going to see Maresca cook, because I think Maresca goes, you get me into semis, you get me into finals, get me into big games, and I'll show you who I am. And that's why I think this season Maresca's staying on. All of this stuff is going to blow over Christmas, because I'm telling you now, Maresca's not getting sacked before Christmas. He's not getting sacked at the end of the season. You don't bring in Joe Shields and Maresca and all of these City boys and let them filter their coaching system right down to the academy just to sack him after 2 years. Right? You don't do that. So it's not happening, guys. You can get it all out your head. All the media is doing is trying to take a bunch of stories and basically feed as much into it as possible to create instability around Chelsea Football Club. I've seen this happen season after season after season after season. Because the thing is, if you can't write Chelsea off in terms of your performances, you try to write Chelsea off in terms of their club. That's what you do. And there may be fuel for the fire, but you won't see many other clubs go through this. The only other club I might see go through this is Manchester United. They're the only other team that I see deal with this much villainization in the football media. And this is why I say at some point, Manchester United and Chelsea have to be restored to the top of the footballing pyramid for the sake of the good of English Premier League football. But that's just me. Anyway, you can mull on that yourselves. Let me know how you feel in the comment section down below. We're into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. And typically, managers that win the Carabao Cup for Chelsea go on to win the league. Jose, you get me? Just saying. So I think he might be our only manager to win it. So there you go. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Do me a favor, hit this like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell notification icon so you get a notification every single time I upload. And I'll see you in the semi-finals. Well, I'll actually see you hopefully at the weekend against Newcastle. We need a big performance and a big win. Come on, man. I think we can do it. Up there, Chelsea. Up there, Chelsea. Up there, Chelsea. I'll see you in the next video, my people. Take care. Don't stress and stay blessed. KwessKnowsBall. Peace.